Hey FlossTube, I'm Michelle from Michelle's Romantic Tangle, and today we're going to talk about Embroidery Now Contemporary Projects for You and Your Home by Jennifer Cardenas Riggs. Just look at the cover project. Isn't that is enough for me to pick up this book and want to look through it and see more because it's neat. The premise of this book, the author talks about how her grandmother taught her to embroider when she was little, and she didn't like the old-fashioned embroidery, so she's done updated things. And that is, if there is a problem I have with the book, it is that her updated things, she is considerably younger than I am, I would assume, and her updated things are the things I look back to my own childhood and see as dated, because these things cycle around. So let's talk about the good things about this book. It's pretty. It's just a nice book to have in your hands. It explains the basics. A beginner could pick this up and learn how to embroider. It's got clear diagrams of the different stitches that you will need to learn. When you get to the point where you're stitching the patterns, it shows you what colors to use, what order to put those colors in, what stitches to use. So that portion of the book, it is phenomenal. It's the projects themselves where I was a little underwhelmed. Like I said, I love the cover. So the first one is a neutral native canvas pouch. And all of these projects rely on your having pre-made items on which to stitch. There is no stitching it yourself, stitching a thing and then making the thing. These are all pre-made things. Here's a pair of stitched sandals and a Pom-Pom plant basket. So you've got an existing basket you're doing a little bit of stitching on. The pictures that go with these projects are sometimes kind of small, and the actual project is, I think, lost in the gorgeous illustration there. A Love Struck velvet bralette. Like I said, I feel like I'm a little too old for this book. Phases of the Moon framed wall art. That one is original and pretty, and it's where I see the modern contemporary designs that the cover promised us. Here's a black rose hoop necklace, and I do have some of these little hoops, so this is a project from the book that I probably will stitch. These other little hoops, there are no patterns for those included here. And a retro wave tea towel. Again, her contemporary is what I see as dated. A Zodiac Constellation table runner. I like that one. A Caged Eclipse dream catcher. A Desert Sunset woolen hat. That one is unique. Some wrapped hoop earrings. Herringbone ladder stitch jeans. Again, I'm looking back to my childhood in the 70s and thinking that this stuff is not all that new. A Cosmic Wanderer button-up shirt. I do like her idea of stitching images onto clothing. And here's a colorful tassel straw tote. I think we might be pushing it to call a couple of these embroidery. Desert landscape hoop art. That is lovely. And a Falling Stars linen dress. I do like this one. The image more than the dress. And if you go into this with an open mind, you could stitch a lot of these things onto other articles of clothing or whatever. Here's a floral cushion that, again, I would consider that to be very old-fashioned. It's the kind of old-fashioned I love. A monogram market tote bag. Some minimalist mountain wall art. That's a tongue twister. A butterfly denim skirt. Again, that would meet my definition of old-fashioned. I do like the Botanical Time kitchen apron, and I think that if the book had included instructions on how to sew the apron, I would have liked it a lot better. A Poppy Bouquet Blazer. A geometric boho lampshade. Again, the project is a little hard to see in the gorgeous photography. The pictures are gorgeous, but sometimes I feel like the projects got a little lost. The Peony T-Shirt. Now this is a good one that shows what you are stitching. Leafy Laurel Floral Shorts, and I just on my blog reviewed a book about Jane Austen stitching and the sprigged muslin, and not all that new a concept is this. A polka dot chunky sweater, a fan leaf notebook cover, a simple striped throw blanket, again using a purchased acrylic throw, flower stem felt patch, so it is stitched onto a felt patch that is then sewn onto the jacket. And that is it for the projects. There are templates for everything in the back. Like I said, the instructions are very clear. They include all the information a beginner would need to make these projects. I consider them a little too old-fashioned for my own taste because, like I said, these things tend to loop through time, and I am not at the right stage of my life, I guess, to be the ideal target audience of this book. Love the cover image. Will probably stitch the little pendant because I have the hoops and I've been looking for a pattern to put in them. It's a nice book if you want to make the projects that it contains. So thank you for watching. I'm Michelle from Michelle's Romantic Tangle, and I'll be back with you again with more videos very soon.